What's up, guys? We're here at AMC Town Square with Chasing Cinema.
Mr. James Hsu.
.com, and we're here for the Guillermo del Toro less in the reimagining of Hellboy.
Yes, Hellboy. You know, again, one of the earlier like comic book movies, particularly like the off-brand
Before
kind
they
of
got
comic
big,
books. You know, like Hellboy was kind of an early risk in terms of comics, but you were giving it to a guy who knew how to create monsters, who knew how to create demons. You take a guy who's done something like Pan's Labyrinth, and obviously you have him at a real ability to make a movie like Hellboy. I remember watching the originals. They're not favorites of mine. They're not movies that I've really revisited, but I remember enjoying them. But it's not a character that I read about or followed very much growing up or anything. So I don't really have that attachment.
What company made Hellboy?
It was Vertigo.
Vertigo?
I believe, yeah. And Dark Horse or Vertigo? Maybe it was Dark Horse. Dark Horse. Let's say it's Dark Horse. Maybe they two switched. I believe at some point the properties
and then DC ended up buying them anyway.
Yeah. So I think they're all somewhere along the lines. Probably upsetting comic book fans as we speak, but that's okay.
Not the first.
We're just like everyone else. We're just learning. But again, not a character that particularly stuck with me, that I particularly care about. I wasn't opposed to this remake because I didn't have much attachment to the originals, and like, of course, why not? What else is new that they're going to be remaking movies, and why not with a more popular actor from Stranger Things, and he's obviously doing bigger and better stuff. So it seemed like it was going to work. And then we didn't hear anything about the movie as time passed on. They released the trailer. No one was kind of like, huh.
Money.
Is that what you decided to do?
Money.
With that money we gave you. And she decided that they decided to be the winning factor was to do Hellboy. So, what did you think of this reimagining?
Because with the little cult of people that they had with the first two, people were mad that they didn't get that third one.
Yeah.
And then so this one, I'm excited for it to be. I'm assuming it's gonna be good. I actually know nothing about Hellboy.
And you never saw the other one.
No, so I know nothing. So I'm excited to fall in love with a new franchise.
As you're going in, that's what you're thinking. That's your mentality.
Yeah.
Now you walked out. Fast forward 2 hours and a minute. Are you a Hellboy fan?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. This is something I didn't think I would say.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Shazam. There's a movie that I like better. I thought Shazam was like the low of the low. Congratulations to Shazam, because Shazam said, no, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
Because Hellboy snuck in there on the bottom, where I guess the irony is that's where hell is.
The Hollywood industry humbled you. It said, Shu, you think this is the bottom of the barrel?
No.
No. How dare you insult us with you thinking this?
Hold my
Shazam, a 90% Rotten Tomatoes movie.
89%.
89.
Hold my beer, because I got something for you. That's Hellboy. I'm gonna end this quick and short. This did nothing for me. I was bored. Did not like it. Was not good for me. You may be a fan, and I respect you for if you love it, but
there is some major trouble here. Even the most diehard fans would have to go, ooh. But if we know anything, fans are the most critical, so those probably all agree with you. It's the people who aren't fans who are like, maybe it was okay. I don't know. Okay. I am someone who's into that kind of world of mythology, and like I've always kind of dug it, like when you throw around creatures, and I was a big Jim Henson fan, so like movies like Labyrinth, and while I don't think there's a direct connection, it's that kind of like mythological world where you have these creatures and monsters. You have the ability to create a lot of cool things, and and Hellboy obviously really harps on that, creating some really interesting creatures, but then it just makes a really mediocre movie around it all. Not even mediocre, quite a bad movie. I don't think the character of Hellboy was very interesting. I don't think he left much of a presence. He just kind of, I don't know, like he felt like, almost like he was playing a mid-40s rocker who never kind of grew up, and and I guess that might be the character. I'm like I said before, I'm not a Hellboy fan. I don't know how he was in canon, but to me that's not a character I really want to spend 2 hours with as he goes around and does all these like very just not interesting things, and every scene starts to feel the same and kind of blend together, and we go through all of this. It just, nothing stands out, nothing, it's quite instantly forgettable. I don't really remember much as like just talking about it now. There's not much. There are a few creepy things that
what actually annoyed me that shouldn't have annoyed me?
What?
When the girl went up to people who died already and then touched them to throw up, I guess that actually annoyed me. Like the look of it. I don't know why, and I know that shouldn't annoy someone. It annoyed me.
Whatever. What can you do? If it annoyed you, then it annoyed you. But I mean, like, I think here is just a perfect example of just way too much going on. You know, I mean, maybe this was a case of huge aspirations and not enough budget. I mean, there was a lot of
No,
and I'm not just
budget
saying
would
like,
do nothing for
yeah,
me.
I'm not saying that Hellboy is, you know, this movie that just doesn't make sense. I mean, this is a movie that has a pretty decent character. And like you have shots where he is supposed to be talking and you hear dialogue and his lips aren't moving. There are scenes when you could tell dialogue was added because no one said anything in the original shots. Like there is just so much of just this, a lot of lacking in sound editing and sound design that just kind of just made this movie. And like the soundtrack, like, you know, Ken pointed out the score, like there's just not much going here that's A, memorable, or B, very good. So for me, I forgot this movie before we've even left, and I don't see myself revisiting it or probably seeing a second one either.
Oh, this could be playing on TV. I'd rather be in silence. Yeah, just I don't need to watch TV. Just
Yeah, this was rough.
Let me
I mean, it was just one of those movies that, like Dumbo, I didn't like, and I was pretty vocal about it, but I didn't have so much of a hatred towards it. Where Hellboy was like aggravating.
Dumbo.
It was aggravating.
shit. I don't know. Dumbo?
I didn't think Shazam was that bad. I can't even believe like Dumbo and Hellboy belong in this conversation. Shazam, on the other hand, was at least decent.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think there.
I gave it a 4.5.
Was there anything that you enjoyed, or like any
In
part
Hellboy?
in Hellboy?
Anything I genuinely enjoyed, like legit. I'm not trying to be a hater.
Yeah. No.
I don't think so, dog. I don't think so.
It was a bummer. I'm trying to think too.
Oh no, yes, the cheetah. That was cool.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like with the CGI and all that? Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's a cheetah, and he's like, bah.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah,
What's going on?
yeah, that was cool.
The one lady reminded me of like a character. The one old lady who was like
No eyes
super scary.
or
Yeah.
context.
Yeah, she actually reminded me of a character out of Pet Sematary that, if you've seen our review, we talked about her a little bit. But beyond that, like, just was very creepy. I thought she creeped me out the whole time. I think she was the
Yeah.
only thing that I'll probably remember because I thought she was so creepy.
Cool.
But beyond that, nothing much here.
Next week.
Next week, The Curse of La Lorena. I hope I said that right. I didn't really get the R roll, but that's okay.
Let's get scared.
Let's get scared because there's always a time. No matter if it's summer, winter, fall, January, February, March, or even April. A horror film always belongs in the movie theaters. And we're gonna get. And this movie was pretty intense, actually. Now that we're talking about it, La Lorena, Hellboy was pretty violent and graphic, and it kind of at times felt like they were trying to play off a horror movie-esque thing, which also felt weird because then they had the comedy tone with Hellboy, and it just didn't look like. La Lorena, though, I'm excited to see. You know, it's always fun stuff. Hopefully, it'll be good. But it's really just rest week, right? I mean, it's really just the week we take a rest because the following week this theater is going to be so packed. We probably won't be able to film because of the amount of people going through here.
We're gonna ask Kent to just get some footage because I'm pumped.
It's gonna be nuts here. We probably won't be. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna pull it off, and it's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be amazing.
So make sure.
Anyway,
Please make sure you visit us here at AMC 10 Square every Thursday at 10 o'clock. We have a lot of stuff. Join us for La Lorena next week at The Curse of La Lorena at AMC 10 Square. A Thursday at 10 o'clock, private premiere. You know, get friends, good people. No annoying people, no talkers, anything like that. Just enjoy us with a good time at the movies.
makes sense. And don't forget Chasing Some Donuts.
The Film Lovers website.